Rated R for retarded. Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about the major plot holes I have found in Mass Effect Andromeda so far and get your opinions on it. So when I played the trial, I didn't think too deep into the story, but after playing the full game I noticed some questionable decisions. So at the start of the game, the Arc Hyperion arrives 600 years after leaving, not any problems there, but when arriving in Andromeda they go straight to the planet that they were going to inhabit rather than going to the Nexus. Inevitably, people die. Then they go to the Nexus. Now spoiler alert, Daddy dies, okay? But his death may have been prevented if they went to the Nexus first, since at the Nexus the people said that all the planets were a bust, so they knew that Habitat 7 was bad and that could have kept Alec Ryder alive.
None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
Also, while on Habitat 7, when Scott was suffocating, instead of Alec giving Sun the helmet, they could have both taken turns wearing it and then both survived. They only had to wait 4 minutes. I mean, they could have done that for a few minutes and just held on. Even before landing on Habitat 7, they saw that the planet looked nothing like the scans that they saw from long range, and they even said in the dialogue, "A lot can change in 600 years. Well then, why didn't you consider that before you left?
Are we sure about those scans?
It's a good question.
Things can change. It's been 600 years.
The forward planning there was shit. Even the Nexus was unprepared. The Nexus left ahead and didn't even consider that the arcs may be delayed, and didn't even have enough food and power to last, to the point where they even had a rebellion on the station. So when I say the forward planning was bad, I actually mean they didn't have a forward plan at all. They were so unprepared for things that might go wrong. Also, Alec's death was pretty predictable. I mean, even in the trailer you don't see him, and also Scott looked like he was in charge in the trailer, so I kind of figured he was going to die early on. The Nexus also knew the Ket, which are the aliens you meet on Habitat 7, were aggressive because they said that they were hiding from them.
Any threats from the locals?
So far we've stayed hidden.
So if the human arc went to the Nexus first, they might have actually been able to decipher the language and make a better first contact. Plus, since everyone knew the Nexus went ahead, why didn't they go to the Nexus first to get a brief of what was going on? They could have also found out about that energy cloud, which they drove straight into. Fucking women pilots, man. I mean, how did they not even see it coming? You were flying in a straight line for long enough for you to wake people up, talk to some other people, have a doctor's checkup, and then they crash. Also, all of the pods in the medbay, it had to be Ryder's sister's pod to go flying across the room and break, just to try and add some extra emotional stress to your character, and an extra emotional dialogue with your dad to build more of a relationship so you feel more sad when he dies. Sorry, I went a bit too energetic there. This doesn't really work though, considering the faces of all the characters are blank and emotionless.
We bet on whose boots would hit the ground first. This isn't how I wanted to win.
Another thing to consider is though, right, I've only played 2 hours into the full game now, and those are the things I've already found. So later on it might be explained, but it's a bit worrying that I found so many problems so early into the game. I even praised the game's story in my review because the concept was so good, but after playing the full game and looking at the story, I found so many issues with it already. And also, right, why haven't the facial animations been fixed yet? But so far I can say that the following describes the story quite well. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining and maybe informative. I'd like to know your opinions in the comments below, see what you think about this, what I've, discovered. And if you're new, then be sure to subscribe, like the video, and I will see you very soon.